Macon, Garrett. Fitz was just talking about how he thinks both of you have built trust with Clayton over the summer, over working together. Would you agree with that? And how did that trust get built?
Yeah, I think we took some big strides this offseason with Clayton. Him going into his third year now. I think he just continues to grow as a leader and of the team and on the offense. And I think it's just this continuing to build this trust is just a result of the extra time and the extra meetings that we've been having with him in the off season.
Yeah, I agree. Megan pretty much said it all. We did a lot this offseason, especially working with Clayton from a receiver standpoint, running routes, things like that, watching more film. Just kind of building that rapport that we need to be a successful passing offense and well, be a successful offense in general this season. So, we did a lot this offseason, and hopefully it will pay off.
Other than the traditional stuff, watching film and running routes, did you guys do things together, like go to dinners together, watch movies together, build trust outside the complex?
I feel like that relationship has already been built. We spend a lot of time with each other, on the premises and off the premises. A lot of guys live with each other, live very close to each other, things like that. So I don't think it was really something that we needed to work on off the field because we're always around each other. But more so from a football standpoint, just trying to sharpen the edge, things like that.
Nate, Montre, you both had a lot of new guys on defense. There are new guys on both sides of the ball this week. But, Montre, you're looking over at the other corner, and that it seemed to be changing down to down in terms of who was playing opposite you. How much importance is there for you to try to kind of help those guys out because they haven't had a lot of playing time? And Nate, the same thing as far as Patty and the linebackers.
Yeah, I guess for me it was just more of communication, just making sure that that we get the play call from Coach Hank and making sure that if we need to make any adjustments on the move, say maybe I need to play boundary corner for a play, maybe we just need to come together and just communicate well. And I mean, as soon as the next guy got out there, I just told him, hey, let's just go out here and make plays and just have fun. So it was just pretty much adjustment on the move. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, there was a time where me and Montre were in the same position as those guys, with Matt Harris and Nick Van Hoos, Anthony Walker, guys like that above us. So we kind of know how that works. And like Montre said, when we were out there, we just things with communication, setting the front, reminding them what coverage we're in. And obviously, we need to do a better job at that as older guys. I mean, there were some times where there was some miscommunication, and that's on us as older guys to get those guys lined up. But all in all, yeah, it's our responsibility to help them out.
How do you think those guys did?
I think they did well for their first time. I mean, it's a nerve-wracking. I've been in that position before. It's a nerve-wracking thing. I kind of was put into the fire as a redshirt freshman in the Penn State game after Jalen Prater went down, and it's a nerve-wracking thing. But I think they kept their composure and played very well. So.
Yeah, I also agree. I feel like the guys they responded well initially. They just take. I guess I feel like everyone needs to take a couple plays just to get the jitters out. But for sure, after Brian got out there the first play, after Mo got out there the first play, I mean they did well. They were right on beat. Communication was well. Yeah, like I said, the guys responded well. I like it.
Montre, sort of sticking with this theme, it seemed like you guys really settled down set in the second half of this week. Were there any specific adjustments, or maybe not even adjustments, just other things that sort of helped you guys to settle down in the second half?
We just coming out of the second half. We just wanted to play fast and just have more fun out there. So as soon as we calmed down, the energy on the defense started picking up, and I felt like we came together as a group collectively, and I felt like the guys just went out there and just gave it everything they had the second half, and I feel like the guys who stepped in, whenever guys went down, I feel like they responded well, and I feel like the energy just kept increasing as the game went on.
Was there anything you think that your unit learned from this week that you'll take into Duke?
Just making sure everyone communicates very well. Just making sure that we come out and we want to set the edge, want to set the tempo, want to make a statement, and we want to just come out and just swinging, pretty much.
Yeah, for Macon, you had that huge catch on third down, in the fourth quarter. How'd that play unfold? Was that I think I'm asking kind of like, is that a play that you knew was going to come your way? You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think I knew it had a chance. And so just deep balls like that were something that the receivers and the quarterbacks talked a lot about this summer. Making sure that we were just on the same page. Me personally, I spent a lot of time talking with Clayton about just what he was looking for when we got in situations like that, what kind of leverage he wanted us to hold, where he was looking to place the ball. And, if anything, I think that was just one of the best throws I've ever seen. He put it, just right in the right spot for me. So gave me a chance and just tried to make the most of it there. But I think that was just kind of one of those plays that's a result of, like I was mentioning earlier, all the extra time that we put in with Clayton over the summer, just making sure we're on the same page.
Making the Texas flag, the picture, if it hasn't gone viral, it's all over. Now, almost 48 hours later, what kind of reaction have you gotten?
I've got a lot of texts from family and friends back home saying that that was a pretty cool deal. Obviously that was a huge honor for me, being able to carry, my home state's flag out on the field like that. With everything going on back home, my family was very fortunate. But obviously we know a lot of people that have had it pretty rough. So just been keeping them in our thoughts and prayers and doing everything we can to help out.
For Garrett, how do you guys keep the momentum from your success in the passing game in the last game, going against a good Duke secondary?
I think it's just continuing to do what we do. Duke has a great secondary. Duke has a very good defense. They're a great team overall. But really just going into the game, focusing on us and doing what we need to do to be a successful offense. I think we showed glimpses of what we can do. I think we put up 500 yards, over 500 yards as an offense, and we can do even better. So, really just getting in this week and trying to focus on us, just making sure we're ready for this Duke defense and, ready to execute.
Garrett, have both you and Macon kind of been talking about you've been sort of waiting for your time to come where you're going to be more prominent in the offense, and now it's here. Is that conversation going on at all?
No, not necessarily. It's usually kind of just next guy up, and this is just our opportunity to kind of be that guy. It's a little bit more added pressure in that we're supposed to be leaders of our position group and make sure we're doing everything right at all times. But I think we're ready for the situation. We've taken the time, we've put in the effort, and it's just now is our time.
Yeah, exactly like you just said. It's kind of you wait for your opportunity, but eventually, that opportunity comes, and you gotta seize it yourself and make the most of it. So now, being in the positions we're in, it's just all about, like Garrett said, looking out for the younger guys, making sure we're doing everything right first and foremost ourselves, and then bringing everybody else along with us.
Garrett, you were mentioning the Duke defense before. What do you see in the Duke defense? How are you going to attack it?
Kind of really just sticking to what we do. We try to be pretty balanced offense, 50-50 run to pass. Obviously we'll figure things out as we get more into some film study, things like that. But, just continuing to do what we do as an offense, we're hoping to put up some numbers and do some good things to help propel our team to victory this week. So.
For anybody, really. Last season, you got off to kind of a slow start up to the season, right? Dropping those first two games, and there was a big emphasis in off-season. And then on Saturday, the first half didn't go too well. Do you think it was something? Did you feel something different on Saturday? Were you a little disappointed in that, or was it just what you were seeing was not what you expected from Nevada?
I think it's a little bit of both. We knew when we went out there on the field that they were going to do things that we didn't know that they were going to do. That's always what happens in the first game of every college football game. But I think it just shows the maturity of our football team. I think this is a mature football team, and I think that showed in glimpses in the second half, offensively and defensively. So I think that would be the biggest thing. It's a mature football team. So.